Hello Sagittarius, Elsie here with a bonus read. How are you, my Saggies? How are you, my fire family? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. Sag, if you are brand new and you're just rolling up on all these shenanigans, welcome here. And I hope that you will stay. There is a subscription button in the bottom right-hand corner if you do decide to add yourself to this beautiful and growing tribe. And so, Sagittarius, I'm here to do a bonus read. And if you've had a bonus read before, you know that I read for the current or the future energy. I don't intend on digging into anything from the past. If it shows up, I'm going to acknowledge it. That's my J-O-B. I got to do that. That's my job. But I'm not going to dig into anything back there. So let's find out what's going on for you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you are my ride or die Sag, thank you so much for the ways that you love on this channel. If you are part of my fire family, I'm a Sag Rising. Thank you so much for being here. Tell me about Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag, please. We've got the Four of Swords. We've got the Two of Cups. Oh, I just heard Charlie say, Charlie's, by the way, if you've never been here before, is my guide. He just said, steady as we go. And he said it that way, steady as we go. We've got the, and then we ended with the Four of Cups. So that's very interesting because that's the stability, right? Steady as we go. So we do have the Two of Cups and the Four of Cups. I feel like there's somebody here who is in some type of comfort zone, some type of healing situation. Feels like someone has not yet said anything about how they're feeling about a certain person. This is somebody that I feel you've known for a while. Somebody may feel that they've missed their chance, or they're scared to say it because they feel like they might end up getting heartbroken. I see the Four of Swords has got this sword on the ground, which tells me, his hand's not on the sword and it's on its side, which tells me communication is challenging. So I don't know if it's the communication that's challenging for you, Sag, or if it's challenging for them. But it feels like we only speak intermittently at this point, that this isn't a bestie or anything. This isn't somebody that you usually communicate with on a regular basis. It feels like maybe you met this person at a social situation, and it feels like maybe you have said, it doesn't feel like you've said it. It feels like you've felt it. It feels like with these cups here, that we've got three cups down here, met them at a social situation, but then we've got the Ace of Cups, which is up here. So it's like somebody missed it. Maybe you're flirting with somebody and they missed it, or maybe you're trying to let them know that you have bigger feelings for them, but they've missed it. Let's find out what else is going on here. This, by the way, is the recent past energy. So this is yesterday or before that. Tell me what else is coming up in the current energy, please, for Sag. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So you're working on your communication. I feel like you're working on wanting to say something, but you're trying to find the perfect words, and that can stop you because the Eight of Pentacles can be a bit of perfection, right? It can be a little bit of perfection, practicality. I got to be very practical with the way that I say this. Oh, that's why you're dealing with an Empress. So whether you're the feminine or the masculine, I feel like you're dealing with this feminine or masculine, right? Libra, Taurus, feminine, masculine, right? Swords are masculine, Libra's feminine. Taurus is feminine, Libra's masculine energy. So I feel like this is why you know that you have to pick your words carefully. Because when you're dealing with an Empress, the Empress knows that they don't really need you. Like having someone in their life is a nice to have. It's not a need to have. The Empress is self-sufficient. And it's not to say that the Empress doesn't want a plus one, but the Empress is waiting for whomever she's going to attract. She's waiting for her manifestation to show up. So are you her manifestation? Are you his manifestation? And that's the something you don't know. And I feel like that's why you are thinking like, I really gotta pick my words carefully. And quite honestly, the Empress attracts. The Empress does not chase, right? So you know that you're going to have to chase if this is the Empress. But I feel like you're in the Two of Swords here. It feels like there's a decision that needs to be made. You need to decide your feelings. You need to decide how you feel. And you also need to decide whether you're just going to go ahead and release this, or if you're going to stay stuck in this comfort zone where you just don't speak your feelings. It feels like there's a Sagittarius here who's in this place of, I'm trying to feel the Empress out, but I'm really not sure. Aquarius energy. It feels like somebody is, like we've been talking a lot, or I know a little bit about the Empress, but I'm not really sure if this is what I think it is, because I can't really see it. I want to feel it. Is what I'm feeling right? Or should I just move on from here? I got the Six of Cups in reverse. Tells me here that someone needs to detach from old feelings for someone else here. Yeah. So I feel like the reason that you think you need to be perfect with your words is because I feel like you are stuck in nostalgia. You're stuck in the past where somebody walked away from you. I feel like it's a feeling of, I'm worried that somebody is just going to say no thanks. No thanks. They're going to release you and they're going to keep going. We have full moon and full moon. It feels like with the Two of Swords that you are not making the decision, but I feel like it's bad on your mental health. I feel like you've been worrying about it, thinking about it, dreaming about it. I feel like you're trying to make a decision about how to approach the Empress or what to say. But it feels like you feel that you have, like, it feels like a perfectionist issue with you. I'm going to be honest, Sagittarius. It feels like it's a perfectionist issue at this point. That you feel like you're scared to say anything because you don't want this person to block you. You don't want this, you want to keep this person in your life. Should I tell them how I feel or should I not? Is this person just going to detach and say, I'm not into it, I don't need it, because self-sufficient, right? This person is self-sufficient. I could be reading about you. Maybe you're the one that's self-sufficient, right? Maybe you're in this detached energy of, I don't really need it. So if it shows up and it tells me that I need it, then maybe I'll go over the details then, right, with the Eight of Pentacles. And the thing is that the Empress, Eight of Pentacles, is about self-mastery. And so the Empress is also mastered the self. So the Empress is not going to chase, right? We've got the Seven of Cups, we've got the Two of Wands, and we have the Moon. So somebody's not sure if they want to make a move, because I feel like somebody here, if you are the Empress, and I'm reading that way, it feels like somebody feels like you have all sorts of options. And so they're not sure if they want to take the chance of getting their heart broken. I really do feel the person that's approaching you is someone who's not yet cleared their energy of something that they're still stuck to from the past. And that's what's making them feel as though things could go awry, things could go wrong. I feel like somebody here feels that if you are the Empress, it feels like they're not really sure how to proceed from here. They're not really sure what to say. They're stuck at the Two of Wands here, preparing, but not doing anything, because I feel like somebody here is nervous about how the Empress is going to take it. And they don't want to be turned down. Tell me about the Empress, please. We've got the Knight of Cups. We've got the Ten of Swords. And we've got the Queen of Cups. Yeah. Somebody is really kind of terrified that you're going to break their heart. Somebody here who already has some feelings for you. The Knight of Cups is here. They've been very passive with this, though. They've been very passive, and it feels like somebody here is trying to release feelings. It feels like the Six of Cups is in the way. I want to say that if you've already gotten the feels from somebody and you're the Empress, I feel like your intuition is on point. I feel like you are really compassionate with this person. It feels like, it almost feels like psychic. Like you already know that this person is somebody who's hesitating because they probably have been hurt in the past. And I feel like you're being really gentle with them, soft, compassionate, kind. This person also sees you as someone who would be a good mother to their children or a good father to their children. The Knight of Cups, though, is the passive energy. But I feel like there already is some sort of a deep connection here that you can't avoid. Tell me why the Two of Swords is here. I think that you're thinking about this person, dreaming about this person. Got the Ace of Cups. We've got the High Priestess. And we've got the Judgment card. So the Ace of Cups is in the reverse. Somebody here is scared to move forward and reveal their feelings. Somebody is shut off and shut down. The Two of Swords is a place where we're kind of stuck. Until we make a decision, we're sitting here in our feelings, feeling out the feelings, not really knowing what to do. Eyes are covered. I don't want to believe it if I see it. I want to feel it. And I think that the Ace of Cups is in the reverse because somebody is undecided, Two of Swords, about whether they want to reveal their feelings. Well, I think the joke's on them because I think you already know. I think you already know because the High Priestess is here with the Judgment card. You're just waiting for someone to say something. You're waiting for this Ace of Cups to end up in the upright. The High Priestess, I feel that's your energy because you're the psychic one, right? You're the one who is very, very on point with your intuition. I feel like you already know that something's coming that is going to change everything, but I feel like you're unsure of whether it is the Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups that is arriving. Like, I feel like you want to believe it. Your intuition is telling you yes, but you're keeping it to yourself and not revealing your feelings either because you're the Empress and the Empress doesn't chase. So the Judgment card is giving me the energy of, what's going on here? Like, look at her. like what's going on? Like, oh, it's sort of interesting because both of them are, both of them are in the same position here. And so I feel like the Judgment is like what's going on? Because I know that you feel that something big is on the precipice. Something is on its way, but you don't know what it is. And so you don't necessarily trust it, or you're not getting too excited about it with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. You're trying not to get too excited about it, but I think that you know that it is 2 cups. The 2 cups are here. There could be an age difference between you and this person, slight age difference, like maybe 5 or 7 years. And whether you're the feminine or the masculine Empress, I feel like that could be a hang up for them. Because not only are you bossed up in your energy, but it could be a hang up that there's an age difference here, especially if the male is younger. If the person who's in their masculine energy is younger than the one who's in their feminine energy. What's the 6 of Cups, please? I feel like the person approaching you is somebody who's stuck on nostalgia. Like stuck on, like maybe they're a person who, maybe they're a widow or a widower. Maybe they're somebody who, was married. Maybe, it feels like somebody's stuck on some sort of nostalgia, like feeling like, oh gosh, should I just detach and go? Because this could happen all over again. I could get my heart stomped on. Why is the 6 of Cups here in the reverse? We have the Hanged Man, we have the King of Cups, and we have the Justice card. So this person knows that you guys are soulmates. They feel it. It feels like a really deep feeling of connection, but nobody has said anything on the surface. And I feel like the King of Cups wants to bring something to justice, wants to have some sort of connection restored between you. Or they could be thinking, do I want to restore the past or do I want to move forward? Somebody here might have a choice as to whether they want to restore the past or move forward. I feel like somebody here is trying to gain perspective and is ready to sacrifice this 6 of Cups from the past. Somebody here is ready to sacrifice. It could be somebody who kept going back to their ex or kept going back to an ex relationship or couldn't let go of a situation. But I feel like somebody is ready to sacrifice it. They're ready to sacrifice it for love, for a stable love, because they feel like with the Empress, of course, that's what you're giving them, love and stability, right? Because Libra and Taurus, right? Very stable, solid energy. Tell me about the 8 of Cups, please. I feel like this person is probably going to detach from the past, but that might be what's taking them so long to come forward here. Some of you might know this person, some of you don't. Take it as it resonates for you. Maybe you've never laid eyes on them before, but I feel like the reason everything is in the dark or in the moon energy is because this person's being very passive with their energy. They're not saying anything, they're not showing anything on the surface, and I feel it's because they really have to sacrifice a way of thinking in order to be able to get this thing in balance with you. It does feel like, they are moving on. So that's what it feels like here. The 8 of Cups is like, this person's like, but I don't want to settle because I settled back there and I ended up getting hurt. The 10 of Wands is they are still carrying these burdens from the past. 6 of Swords tells me that they are trying to detach from those feelings. They're trying to detach emotionally, trying to detach from the burdens it created back there. And I feel like they feel like you are the wish fulfillment, that you are the person that they have manifested. It's like you are the perfect person for them. Tell me why the 9 of Swords is here. Yeah, they think that you're all of it, but they're frightened. They're scared here. They're scared of a new beginning because they're scared of getting hurt. I feel like they're kind of obsessed with you, and that's what worries them with the Nine of Swords. They're obsessed with thinking about you. So if you've been thinking about them a lot, please know that the reason that you're thinking about them is because they're thinking about you. And so I feel like this person is spending a lot of time obsessively thinking. But as they think more and more, it's like they're getting overly aware of what's about to happen, that you're probably the long-term relationship that they've been looking for, and that scares them. What's the outcome here, please? What's the outcome for Sagittarius? We've got the Two of Wands, we've got the Eight of Wands. They're preparing to contact you. They're preparing to contact you, and it scares the hell out of them. They're finally going to stand up and say something. Somebody here has been protecting themselves from love, from emotions, from showing their emotions on the surface. And I feel like with the Three of Wands, that they're turning their back on the past, and it's like they're going to communicate. It feels like they're going to move forward. They've decided that they're going to move forward here, and here they come. This is someone who's pretty sexy, pretty hot. It feels like they're going to be rushing in. So I don't know when you're going to see this person, or if you're going to meet them brand new. Take it as it resonates for you. But there's a new beginning on the horizon. You could meet them on New Year's Eve, which could take you into the new year. And this person's about to give you a lot of attention. They want to buy things. Yeah, you're going to see them at a social gathering. So for some of you, if you're going out for New Year's Eve or going to a friend's place where there's going to be people you don't know, you're meeting them at a social gathering. This person is someone who's pretty happy and single at this time. So they're looking also for someone who's happy and single. It looks like somebody here might, they just want to give and give and give, but they want to give you a lot of attention. And I feel like for some of you, it's going to be a New Year's Eve thing. And, I think that's where you might meet them, or your next social gathering, which could be after New Year's Eve, right? I'm going to leave that there. Thank you, Sagittarius, for all the ways you've loved on this channel this year, and I do appreciate you. Happy New Year to you. I hope it's beautiful and wonderful and awesome, and I'll be back because I'm always back. Bye-bye.